like and share this video along with subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified when we have more and new videos. Today we're unboxing and installing the air mag cover in orange from Silver Strand Design. This cover makes it easier to service your cabin air filter. And this replacement uses the original factory cover screw to attach to with a magnet. So it makes it much easier to install and remove cabin air filters in the future. Here you see the back of the air cover. This is where the OEM cover will install to. Simply clicks in here at the bottom and the top, while the orange part will replace the inlet cover. And this is the magnet that will attach to the screw from the original OEM cabin air filter cover. And with the strong magnetic attraction, it'll actually keep it on there and in place. And when you go to replace it after the initial installation, you just pull it off with the screw, and no more trying to get to the screw in a hard fit place that Tesla put it. I have the passenger floor cover still off from my last video for the Taptez HEPA activated carbon cabin filter. And I decided when I was trying to put it back together that it was a lot more work than it was worth. So I decided to look out and see if we can find one of these covers with a magnetic connector that will connect to the screw from the OEM cabin filter cover. So in the future, this should be easier. As you can tell from here, this is a lot going on there. It's also a very tight place for getting into and working. So I thought that was a good idea. And until you're actually down here on the floor trying to find that screw at the top, you'll appreciate just how tough a job this actually is. It's very tight to get your hand up there, let alone any type of tool. Okay, I have the cabin air filter door pulled down from its mount. I still have the high voltage orange wires on it. So you just want to move this into a place where you can work with it and make sure it's disconnected before connecting it to the new air mag door cover. So move it on out to where you can get it and work on it without having to disconnect anything. And make sure that your cabin air filters the tabs are pushed down on the top and pushed up on the bottom. With everything in place, make sure that the screw for the top of the OEM cover is off, and we're going to reinstall it into its screw hole. One thing to note is I started out with a driver with a Torx end on it to try to put this back in. However, you can see it's very tight to get up in there. You run into the glove compartment in the dashboard with the back of your hand and the tool. I actually found that a ratchet and a driver are a much better option. Even though it's still pretty tough to move them around, it's a lot easier to get around with that than the driver. Here you see I finally got the screw back into the screw hole, and you don't want to put it in the whole way so the magnet doesn't reach it. You want to have it stick out a little bit. So you may have to do some adjustment and make sure everything is good before you connect it to the OEM door. And just check for how it fits. Now with the screw in, we're going to go ahead and take the air mag cover and put the OEM cabin air filter door on it. It's going to go onto the ends that have the tab, and down at the bottom there's a little hole for you to place the tab from the OEM bottom into, and it'll snap into place once you have that in place, and it'll just hold your door for you. I got the orange. They do have black, but I figured since you're down here anyhow, it's going to be a lot easier to find an orange plastic cover than it is a black one, so it'll stand out next time you're down there looking. And as you can see there, slide the top end of the OEM cabin air filter door up into the hole, snap in the bottom There'll be a little latch you can snap the bottom black piece into with the orange. And then you're going to set the bottom of the air mag into the inlet there, bottom first, and then push the top until you can feel it attached to the screw head. And then you can pull it away just slightly with a little bit of ease. So the next time you go to change out your cabin air filters, all you have to do is pull it off, and no unscrewing screws or getting your hand cut up or finding the right tool to get in there. You just pull it off the top and it'll come out and you can do your work. Okay, and here's the finished installation. You can see that it is installed and easy to find for the next time you change your cabin air filter. Off camera, I went ahead and reinstalled the bottom of the glove box. It took some effort. The wire's kind of short, so you have a limited space to move once you plug the speaker back in along with the floor light. And it does take a little effort to line things up as far as with the push pins and get those put in while it's not fully secured. Now just go ahead and take the floor side panel, line it up with the holes for the tabs, and put them back in, making sure to latch and not covering any wires or pinching any wires. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share this video if you liked it with others. Also, please take time to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we have new videos.